Though you can still find evidences of their ingenuity in and around the city centers, that's only how far it goes in the psyche of many residents who may just merely see them as artifacts that make up the environment. But whether the conversation around the vocation has been or will be elevated to the point where due recognition or profitable attention can be paid to their services in view of modernizing their practice remains in the realms of imagination. Their frustration has been taken out on everyone and anyone who has not helped them advance in their profession.
We are asking government for them to give us a loan for us to be buying some materials or some machines to produce some goods for agriculture people, like a hoe and machete that's normally used in the cultivation and planting of the crops. We are asking government for them to give us loan so that when we have the loan, after we will pay back. That's what we are asking for government.
We are having a lot of challenges. Like this manual one that, as you can see now, I'm using hand, to blow the fire. So we want government to come around, at least help us for machines. We can use machines. There's places there you can see machines there. But here, you can't see any machine here. We all normally use manual, and it doesn't help us. It doesn't help us our work. Because like manual own now we produce 1,000 pieces. If government give us machine, we can produce more than 1 million pieces if we are using machine. So that's the problem there. We want government to come and help us, at least provide our needs. We are the Blacksmith of Oka, so we do a lot of things. We want government to come and help us.
Besides their ingenuity, there are still some variables taking away the wind from their sail. The constant inroad of foreign goods and preferences for them clearly puts local fabrication at the mercy of unfair competition. Alongside the preference of citizens come the unwilling desire by the craftsmen to stay in production.
Some time ago, the government was putting out initiatives to revive the guilds, because that is the first point, reviving the guilds and showing the young men and women that there is value in the artwork you eventually produce, that it cannot be materialism, a new car, jewelry and all that. That we need to have this culture, this syndrome remain, because it's a heritage. We still have a lot of work to do in that area. I imagine that my colleagues also working in that area to get the communities, to get the guilds, because often they are so patrilineal, to get those communities to say this as an important part of our heritage. Please, the urbanization and the going to modern world and is all there. It's all well and good, but we must stick to this. It's a hard sell, but we're working on it.
The competition has got elements of finesse, but that in no way takes away the quality of finished goods from the furnace of this community of generational metal craftsmen from Oka.
They can form themselves into cooperative. ASBA will avail them of loan to do what? To put up structures, to furnish where they are doing their work, to buy equipment, particularly scientific equipment, to make it more attractive to the youths. Because the youths now, they want what is scientific because of the nature of the society and the technological advancement in the society. If that is done, this culture will be retained and this culture will be transmitted from one generation to the other.
There are indications that some of them have found employment in a car manufacturing plant still in Anambra State, where iron is a key component, and that underscores the place of their skill set. The point has also been made to the effect that society is as much as part of the challenge of growing the indigenous technology as the government is. Save for farmers who still practice subsistence farming, the hoes and cutlasses wouldn't be patronized by people engaged in mechanized ventures. Still, advocacies could be made for the use of local products from, say, Oka craftsmen for the key iron components of those machines. Concerns has also been raised to whether the practice will go into extinction in the near future, if the frustration by the practitioners are anything to go by.
If blacksmithing is actually developed, it is something that is so attractive, quite interesting. It's not something that is done all over the world. It's not something that is done every place. It's a particular culture, particularly meant for Oka people. And people have been coming from all walks of life and from different parts of the country in the past to come and look at the process of blacksmithing. If you see them blacksmith, you'll be attracted to it. And people want to come around to emulate what they are doing, to learn and be educated in the process of blacksmithing. So if it is made the way it should be, if a lot of people are engaged in it, then we have a process, we have a structure, we have a room, we have several of them, okay, engaging in it, producing several things like machetes, hoe, and what have you. And when this happens and these youths make money from it, people who are outside here will hear about Oka blacksmith again. They will now recognize it and now move down here to look at what blacksmithing is all about, because it is not a common process. It is very uncommon process, and it is very uncommon trade, and it is a trade that is interesting, attractive, and beautiful to behold.
Some factors may point in the direction of still having a date in the future. The thinking is that the Igbo extraction is built on traditions handed down from generation to generation, especially through oral communication. What may change is the approach. Modernized and advanced processes may be introduced. Blacksmiths on record is a part of Igbo race. In politics, the crafts ensure fabricating of the staff of traditional office used by many rulers. Historically also, it will be difficult for families who inherited the practice to all go into extinction. The community of Oka craftsmen is just few distance away from the Unizik Junction on the shoulders of the Onitsha-Enugu Expressway. It's a place of history that shows the promise of the Oka people pre-colonial era and regarded as the oldest settlement in Igbo land, which produced the earliest documented bronze in sub-Saharan Africa. They were known for being farmers, hunters, and skilled iron workers, which made their products such as farm implements, Dane guns, and ceremonial items well prized in the eastern region. Indeed, the hope is that as far as iron remains, blacksmith trade, especially by the Oka community, will continue. It's often said that you can't run away from your shadows. Providence, of course, confers on us our birthplace, our gifting, and our personality. But it remains the responsibility of man to navigate through those trenches and fine-tune the rough patches of life to make the best from it. The metal craftsmen of Oka have a date with destiny. Their hands wrought products, but those hands are yet to eke out sustainable livelihood. They've been appealing to authorities and anyone in such capacity to help them carry their crafts into today's world driven by scientific approach. Thanks for being a part of our program this week. Bye for now.